And thank you all for joining. You're watching Crafty Liz Creations. Today we'll be making a missing and murdered Indigenous woman doll wreath. It is an awareness doll wreath that I'm making here today, just so you all know the you'll be aware of what it is. As I go through the instructions of what I'm doing on the board, I will let you all know the purpose, or why red and black, and why I'm using ribbon and all that in my design. So I hope you enjoy this. So what we're doing here today is we're using the Unique in the Creek triangle board. Now let me talk about the board a little bit. So the triangle board is not only used for Christmas trees, or the board can also be used for, you know, carrots and what else? Ice cream, and I've seen a lot of wreaths made with candy corn. But today we'll be using it as a doll wreath. Okay, so the doll wreath. So the Unique in the Creek triangle board, you can get this at uniqueinthecreek.com. I am an affiliate for Unique in the Creek. So when you think about you want to try this wreath out, or you want to make your own version of a doll, you can go ahead. You can use my ideas, and yeah, and so you can use my link too. So LIZ is what you'll put in the discount box when you go shopping, and you'll get 5% off your boards. All right, so that's that. We'll explain about this a little bit later. But first, let me show you all the supplies that I'm using. Of course, I'm using the triangle board and the zip ties. And here's the poly burlap we'll be using. The window pane, red and black poly burlap, and the red poly burlap. Both of these are cut with a wood burning tool. So the reason why I cut it with a wood burning tool is because I wasn't sure what petal I was going to be using here for this wreath. So these are the petals we are using, but if you want to go ahead and do your wreath, you don't need to wood burn yours. You can cut it with a rotary cutter. So here's the petals. I'll be showing you how to make a few here. So, and the ribbon, I'll be using ribbon for this doll wreath. And so what you need for the red and black poly burlap window pane is 16 pieces, and then the red, I'm thinking 32, but it could be a little more. And the ribbon is cut at 8 inches, so we'll be needing 5 of these. 5, I think, but we'll see. I forgot. I think I wrote it down over here, but 5? I wasn't sure. So let's talk about this right here. So this is handmade. I made this by hand. Yes, this is the doll face. This is a half styrofoam ball covered in the natural horizontal white stripe mist. So I put 2 10x10 cuts on top this half styrofoam ball, and I added pins, pipe cleaner to attach it. So that's what I did for the face. And the hair, I used this. I use this nylon rope. I did get this from Amazon. So at the half styrofoam ball you can get at uniqueinthecreek.com. And so when you look at this, I did some braids. I glued the this part on. And what I did for the little hand is I just went and Googled, you know, MMIW hand, and I, you know, made it smaller. Photocopier. Used photocopier, made it smaller, and I cut the felt, put it right there, pinned it, and cut all around it. Easy. So that's what the red hand is, and you can see this is my stepdaughter's old eyelashes that I used. So that's that. So one eyelash, cut it in half and put it right there. So that's what I did for the little doll head. So let's begin by showing you how to make this petal. I always use this petal for, this is where you attach your beads, right? So, but I made it a little smaller. So let's fold a couple here. One in red and one in this window pane. And so we'll do the others as we go a little, you know, forward. So what I did is and just turn this into curve side up, of course, and turn it into a diamond. I put this over here and, oh, no, and I find the middle, just probably here, eyeballing it. And I fold it over like that again, and I fold this right up towards the middle. So you can see, you can use clips here. Clips are good if you're a beginner. So I'm just gonna flip this over and I'm just gonna pinch it about 4 inches down. 4 inches down. And so I grab my 4-inch zip tie and zip it up. So that's our petal for today. So let's make another one here with this window pane. Just cut off the zip tie tails, okay? And there's our petals for today. And here's the ribbon we're using as well. Okay, so let's grab our board. I did go ahead and pre-make a lot of these petals because I don't want you all to sit through watching me make them. So for the dress, so I'm skipping the bottom part. I'm not doing anything at the bottom here. I'm just leaving it blank. So this board is numbered from 1 to 12. So every row is numbered 1 to 12. And so we're not doing anything on row 12, but we are adding petals on row 11, which is right here. And it's 9 petals for that row. So 9 red is what I wrote down. Okay, so let's start adding the petals for this. It's gonna be quick. I'm hoping it'll be quick. And up here, I didn't add anything up here and when we go to that part, I'll know what I want to do for the upper body part. And so we gotta wait for that. So it could be more than 32 red we'll be using here. It could be more than that. So we're adding black and red. So this one will need 8 of these. there it is. I could just push these aside a little bit. Just like that. Spread them wider. Black and red again. All right, so this is the only 2 rows we'll be adding this black and red. So we're on, what row are we on? Row 9. What am I saying? Confuse you all here. Row 9. So you could use less material for this part. So it's the last red and black in there. So row 8, we'll be adding 7 of the red petals. Okay, so the red is in there. So again, we're adding 6 red petals on row 7. So we're going backwards with the numbers here because number 1 is up here. All right, so I'm just gonna spread apart those petals so it'll look more like a dress. Okay, there we go. All right, so row 5, let's see the number real quick. Oh, row 6. We're on row 6, so right here I'll be adding the ribbon. So this one I cut out 8 inches. So I'll need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of the ribbon, I'm thinking. I could have went and use the poly burlap for this part, but I wanted to add ribbon on this dress too because in our culture, women wearing the ribbon skirts where satin ribbons are sewn on. That's another story. Satin ribbon are sewn on, and it's sewn on. I think I might be needing more than, but we'll see. And this is also where I'll begin the waist. These can lay flat, it don't matter. I might need more, but we'll see. So they wear ribbon skirts on tomorrow to May 5 or any other special occasion where they wear ribbon skirts. And I wanted to add ribbon here because to remember, so it'll mimic the ribbon skirt as well. So that we wear on special occasions or occasions like tomorrow too. Okay, so this is the waist of the doll as well. Oh, that backwards. And I think I cut more than, oh, I think I did cut the right amount of ribbon. Okay, so I need to add zip ties in between here now. I did cut for the in-between parts. There we go. So for the first one here, I added a zip tie for this first one. I could have done that the same thing for the other ones because these ones are not really stuck in there. Or you could just hot glue over the ribbon. You can do that as well. For the ribbon right here, I'm gonna add ribbon going down over here to symbolize the ribbon skirts as well. So this is my version of making ribbon skirts for that as well for this, as I couldn't, I don't know how I would add ribbon right across here. I thought about gluing it and I was like, no, that wouldn't look right. And so this is the only way I can try to create this doll wreath and while reflecting and remembering on the traditional ribbon skirts that the women wear. Okay, so right here in row, we're going on to row 5, so that's where we're adding the red again. So we'll need 4. So it's just the peek through of the ribbon is what I wanted. So I could have made this smaller, like a smaller right there. Maybe I should make it smaller. Let's see. What if I made it 3 inches smaller? Let's do that. I'll do 3 inches for the, as this is the upper part of the body now we're working on. So I think the 3-inch here will be perfect size now. So we'll need to make those a little smaller. Okay, make these a little smaller. It'll be quick here. One, two, three, four, 5, 6 more. I see a lot of dolls on Unique Creators being made, and I wanted to bring that trend back with this one here. I miss seeing all those pretty ones. So we're doing row 4 now. We're adding 3 petals on row 4. So we're cut those off, and next one we'll be adding row 3 will be 3 petals. So like I said, I'm not sure what we're gonna do up here, but I think I'm gonna be adding maybe this color, maybe a ribbon. We'll see, because I need to put the head on first before, to see where the head goes, where I place it, how it'll sit first before I can go ahead and add something else to that. So we've used, right here, we've used 32 red petals. And what did I say? It was the black and red. How many petals? 16. And 32 of these. Okay. So that's the dress for this tomorrow's occasion. So let's see how the face or the head would sit. So it'll sit. So when I set it right there, when I add it, you can still see the board in there. So I think what I'll do to cover that part up, if I add this poly burlap, it's too thick. So I think I'll add the ribbon, so the head will sit nicely. And so we'll add 3 ribbon up here, and we'll cut them up. Now I'll be adding it on row 2. The ribbon, I mean. So again, you can add glue all the way across there if you're gonna, with this style. So I could have did a backing for the ribbon as well, like the cushioning, like the using mesh, and wrap the ribbon around the mesh as well. But I want it to sit flush against the poly burlap too, so that's why I didn't do that. All right, so there it is. There's our thing. And here's where, like, that's how that will look. So up here on the first row, which will be row 1, there's these 2 divided holes right there. Those are the hanging holes. It's where I'll be attaching the pipe cleaners, but first I'm gonna add the hanging zip tie in there before I attach the head. Just like that. And then I'm just gonna, oops, the eyelashes are just falling apart. I did add some glue for that. I don't know. Just giving me the weird looks here. So I'll add the head. All right. I asked my husband, are the hair too long? He was like, no, perfect length. So lots of ladies, indigenous ladies, wear their hair long like this up to the waist. And I wanted to do the same thing with that here. So here's where I attach the head. So you can add glue, go back in there and add glue. You can add this a little more towards the bottom, the head I mean. It's up to you where you want the head to go. Just like that, and we'll stick those back into the hole. So when I said I wanted ribbon, ooh, that's so cute, to go down on the side over here. This is how I imagine that to look. So I'll cut some ribbon here. Some women wear their ribbon in ceremonies down in their waist like this, and some ceremonial dances or we have in our culture. So that's what this ribbon represents for me. So, but it's a spliced ribbon here, so I'll just use that. Okay, so I'll do that again. So from the waist down, right here, probably up to here for one, and I'll do the other one a little longer, so probably right here. So let me tell you this. So it's a 24 inch. So where I'm gonna attach it will be on the 10. So this is where I'll attach the ribbon, just like that. We'll grab another zip tie. I'm just gonna add that right there. Again, glue is probably good for this part. Maybe I'll add a zip tie here so it won't come off. I'll do that. I'll do that. Here we go. All right. Just cut that off. And we'll add it into the zip tie. There we go. And this is how we cut our ribbon. We do the dovetail. And then we fold it right there, we fold it again, and we cut it. And it makes a diamond in the middle. This is how our people cut ribbon. It's like a diamond right in the middle. See that? So that's how we cut for decoration, for the regalia part. So again, I fold it in half. I fold it to where I think where the diamond would go. Fold it in half like that. And I just cut it at a slant right here. Just like that. There we go. And that's a little big, but that's all right. See that? See that? It's a little diamond right in the middle. So that's how we cut ours for the ceremonial dances and all that. Okay. Okay, so there it is. The other one. So, but I'm just gonna stop there because it serves its purpose, I think. We don't need to add anything else. So there it is. There's my missing and murdered indigenous